Welcome to the Good Girls Get Rich podcast. This is where we embrace how good you are, girl. Stop being the best kept secret in town. Learn how to use simple LinkedIn and social media strategies and make the big bucks.
Hey guys, it's Karen, and it's so beautiful out. I decided to come sit out here today for this week's Good Girls Get Rich podcast recap. We have Deborah Smith on the podcast with us this week, and I'm just looking at my phone because I want to make sure that I do things like get the episode number right and all that good stuff. This is episode 73, so KarenYankovich.com/073. Deborah Smith and I met at a panel we were both on a couple months ago for the New Jersey Restaurant Association conference, and I loved the work that she's doing. She does a lot of work with restaurants in New Jersey. I don't necessarily, but I had met them. They'd seen me speak at a conference about LinkedIn, of course, and what else. And she asked me if I'd be on this restaurant panel to represent that piece of the panel. So, of course, I said yes. And I really loved the work that Deborah did. And I loved the way she talked about things, the passion she had for business. Honestly, there were some great people on the panel. So I asked her if she'd be on the would come on the podcast, because I think that I don't talk enough on the podcast about promoting our local businesses. You know, most of the people that follow me and follow my business and are listen to my podcast have well, I shouldn't even say most of the people. Many of the people have digital marketing businesses, right? They market online, they have online marketing businesses. But there's definitely plenty of customers I have that are realtors and restaurants and insurance agents and things like that. And they have local businesses. So I loved that Deb brought her perspective on that to the podcast. So it got kind of fun. Like, I actually live at the Jersey Shore. This is actually the Pine Barrens behind me. If you guys know New Jersey, apparently the Jersey Devil lives back there. Maybe if we'll get lucky, we'll see some turkey. They've been all over the place this morning or this afternoon. So we chatted a lot about the Jersey Shore and about just the restaurants in the area and how she promotes them. And you know, it's seasonal, obviously, because you know the Jersey Shore is kind of a seasonal business, but just some really great tips. And I think that the tips that she gave really do cross over to most of us. It's just a different twist on it. It's a different angle on it. So I really was excited to see that. I'm just gonna look at my notes here again, like on my phone. I like to look at the episode so I don't miss anything. We focused on local businesses. We talked about the importance of having great content. We actually disagreed on a couple things, which I love when we disagree on a few things. And it isn't really a disagreement, just different perspectives. And that, I think, really helps you when you hear my point of view and her point of view, like point counterpoint, you know. So there's a couple of really interesting things around that. You know, things about permission to be photographing things and to post things, investing in advertising, Facebook and LinkedIn advertising. We talked a lot about that on this show. So that's something we don't talk a lot about on the show. So that was great to have her perspective on that. And really, you know, how can you attract the customers? And that's something we all need, whether we have a local business or not. So check it out. It's KarenYankovich.com/ I think it's 073. Yep, 073. I'll put the link below us. And let me know what you think about this episode. Follow me, follow Deborah. Let us know if you got any takeaways from this. I've already gotten a couple messages from people that got some great takeaways on this episode. So, yeah, I want to hear what you think, and you definitely want to hear about the places where we disagreed, and then I'd like to know kind of your perspective on that, because I was a little bit like, what, really? I don't think I would do that, you know. So I'd like to hear your perspective on that. Anyway, check it out, KarenYankovich.com/073. I hope you love it, and I hope you love Deborah as much as I did.